All right, let's talk Twisters. It's time. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Matty. This is Matty Does Movies. You may know me from other channels. This is the new channel where I just talk about movies that I've seen recently. As always, they are going to be spoiler free. All right. Thank you for being here. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Let's get right into it, man. Twisters. Twisters. So this is the sequel to the original, right, that came out in the 90s, which, full transparency, I love the first one, right? It is the quintessential, this movie's not good, and because it's not good, it's really good. Does that make sense? Like, there's so many things in it that don't work. There's just ridiculous stuff in it, but it's on that spectrum for me of like, this is not a good movie and I love it. You know what I mean? That being said, going into Twisters, the second one, I didn't really have any expectations, and here's why. Again, I've said this on the channel before, but I think it kind of ruins the movie going experience if you try to compare, right? Now, I understand it's normal to go naturally compare this movie to the first one, right? I mean, it is technically, I guess, a sequel. I don't know if I don't know. So if you're going into this movie going, well, is it gonna be as good as the first one? You're kind of setting yourself up for failure automatically, right? Because if it's not, you're gonna go, well, that sucked. And if it is, you're gonna go, oh, it was better than that, which has nothing to do with the movie. You know what I mean? So I really try to go into movies with a clear head and just going, is this a good movie? Did I like it or not? Did I have fun? That's all I ask for in movies. You know what I mean? There's certain franchises and stuff where I'm a little more strict and like things have to make sense and stuff, like Marvel stuff. But Twisters. Okay, first of all, I really, really love the cast. I can't pull her name right now. Let's look. It is Twisters. Daisy Edgar Jones. I love her. She is fantastic. She was in the Where the Crawdads Sing, which I absolutely loved. So I think she is fantastic. Glenn Powell is in it, who I think is a good actor. I get it. Like, he's a really, really good looking guy. So I get like the whole, I get it. You got the cowboy hat on, you're in the white t-shirt, you're in the rain. I got it. I think he's good. Anthony Ramos is in it, who I love. Yeah, like the cast is really, really good, right? Okay, so here's the thing with Twisters, right? Which is, I think these are really hard movies to make because going in, half the people in the world are going to hate this because people are cynical, right? And they're going to go, oh, the CGI looks bad or the story's bad. At the end of the day, this is a movie about people who chase tornadoes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a world-changing thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can do with a team who wants to go chase a tornado, right? Now, what they want to do with the tornado in this movie, I think, is really cool and could be world-changing. And that's not what I mean. I mean, like, there's only so much you can do with a car chasing a tornado. You know what I mean? Like, and I think, honestly, I think the one that came out in the 90s looks really good for when it came out. You know what I mean? Like, technology now is so much better. I do think the movie looked really, really good just visually. The tornadoes looked really good. A couple of them were genuinely scary. I can't imagine filming these movies. Like, I'm sure they're just huge fans going and water and lightning and just, I'm sure that's pretty intense. But so here's the thing with Twister. I liked the movie. I wouldn't say it like blew me away. See what I did there? I wouldn't say it like blew me away or anything, but did I have fun? Yes. And I've said this before on this channel. I am certainly not going into a Twisters movie thinking, all right, here we go. Is this going to be Cillian Murphy and Oppenheimer? Here we go. Is it going to be Heath Ledger? You know what I mean? Like, you just can't go into the movie. You got to go into a movie with different mindsets for different movies, right? This one, it's a blockbuster. Sit down and have a crazy ride, and that's what this movie is, right? Again, this is spoiler free, so I'm not going to spoil the plot or anything, but I will say I think it's kind of clever what they did with this movie. You know, in the first one, the original one, they were basically trying to get data of how a tornado works, right? So they have Dorothy and they're trying to get the little ball things up into the air, right? And this one isn't necessarily different from that, but they're trying to do something that's really, really cool that would be really helpful. And so I personally love a sciency movie. You know what I mean? Like they really go into why a tornado exists and how they work and what can we do about that. You know what I mean? So that whole thing worked for me. The whole science part of it worked for me. The love interest, if you will, between Glenn Powell and oh my God, is it Daisy Edgar Jones? Daisy Edgar Jones. Daisy. I didn't necessarily that didn't really work for me, I guess. They're both really good-looking people, of course, and certainly I could see it happening, but I don't know. The like she's I don't know. I that there's kind of a love triangle almost in this movie where like you think a couple people like each other and then um the relationship love story stuff in this movie didn't work for me. Like I never believed any of it. Um but what did work for me is the story, man. And there's some heart in it. There's some there's some real life repercussion stuff in this movie, and I think that was really, really good. Um I was pretty shocked by how it started, to be honest. It's a pretty shocking first 10 minutes I didn't expect. Um but yeah, I think overall the movie looked really, really good, which I expect, right? CGI and technology now is amazing. The story I think is good. I don't think it's like the best story I've ever heard, but again, how many things can you really do with with a Twister movie? You know what I mean? I think with what they had, I think the story was perfectly fine. It was good. Um, Acting was really good. There's some suspense, some drama, and there really was a couple of scenes with the tornado that really was scary, and I think that's really what got Twisters off the ground. I'm not even planning these. That's so funny. Which is like that original one is pretty scary, man. And up until then, you'd never really experienced cinematically what it's like to be in a tornado or really thought about like unless you live in the Midwest, you know what I mean? Like what it's like to live through that. And it's terrifying. It really is. This is just me. I have no idea why anyone lives over there. I'm in Oregon. Why anyone lives over there where there's potentially a tornado. I don't understand. Anyway. Yeah. I got this at an 8.5. 8.5 out of 10 Matty Tomatoes. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's good. It was fun. I walked out of the theater excited. I walked out of the theater thinking, you know what? Great. Another Twisters movie. It was very fun. I couldn't love Daisy anymore. I think she's fantastic. Shout out to Anthony Ramos, Hamilton. It's my guy. In the Heights as well. Incredible. That's it, man. That's really it. These are again spoiler-free videos. So, if you want the breakdowns and the shot by shots and there's other channels for that, go check them out. I'm sure they're fantastic. This is just Matty does movies, right? I go to 2 or 3 a week probably, and I want to do this anyway. I want to talk about the movies after I see them anyway. So I thought might as well start a channel. So that's gonna do it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you saw Twisters. I think it's doing really well in box office. I think it opened at 81 million, I think. And Oppenheimer did 82 million. So I think it's doing really, really well. You know, it's a blockbuster. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you saw it, what you thought, if you loved it, if you hated it, if you're in the middle. Would love to know your thoughts, and also comment and let me know if there's any movies you would love for me to go see. I have a list of about 20, 25 movies for the rest of the year that I really want to see and make videos of, but you know, there's certainly more movies than that. So that's it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for being here. I am Matty. This has been Matty Does Movies. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.